I arrived in the village of Bracken Hollow on the first day of autumn, 1843. The journey had taken me 3 days by carriage, and my horse was near exhaustion by the time the crooked signpost appeared from the mist, its letters almost illegible beneath layers of moss. Welcome to Bracken Hollow. Blessed be the soil. I was a scholar then, young and full of misplaced confidence, traveling the countryside to record the old customs and songs of England's forgotten corners. My professors had dismissed the villages beyond Devon as superstitious relics, but those relics fascinated me. Bracken Hollow was not on any map I owned. As I crossed the wooden bridge into the valley, the air changed, still and thick, as though I'd passed through an unseen veil. The trees bent over the road, their branches forming dark ribs above me, and beneath them the field stretched wide, barren, yet freshly turned, as though awaiting something to be planted. The village itself sat low, crouched beside a stagnant stream. Its cottages leaned inward, their thatched roofs black with age. There were no sounds, no livestock, no children, only the dull toll of a distant bell. A woman met me at the edge of the square. She was tall and thin, her face half hidden beneath a linen shawl. "You're not from the Hollow," she said flatly. "No," I replied. "I'm a folklorist collecting—" "Best not to ask questions this week," she interrupted. "It's the harvest." Then she turned and walked away before I could speak again. I took lodging at the inn, a low timbered house that smelled of damp straw and smoke. The innkeeper, a squat man with a nervous twitch, gave me a single room and a candle. His eyes flicked often to the window. "Keep your shutters closed tonight," he said. "Don't matter what you hear." I laughed lightly, thinking it a local jest. "Some seasonal custom, I take it?" He didn't laugh back. "Close them tight." After a supper of gray stew, I retired to my room, but I couldn't sleep. Outside, a low hum rose in the distance. Not quite song, not quite wind. It came from the fields beyond the inn, rhythmic and patient, as though the land itself were breathing. At midnight I heard footsteps pass beneath my window, slow, dragging steps. Then a knock. 3 raps, soft, measured. I froze. Another 3. "Mr. Harlan," came a voice old and rasped. "You've been chosen to witness the Harvest Rite." I didn't move. I hadn't told anyone my name. When I finally looked out the window, the lane was empty. Only the faint glow of lanterns flickered through the mist, weaving a trail toward the fields. By dawn, the village was alive. Men and women gathered in the square, their faces pale, their eyes red-rimmed from sleeplessness. A large wooden effigy stood at the center, a man-shaped figure woven from straw and blackthorn, its hollow head crowned with wheat. Children carried baskets of corn husks and berries, laying them at its feet. An old man stepped forward, leaning on a staff. The crowd fell silent. "Blessed be the soil," he intoned. "Blessed be the soil," they answered. Then they began to hum, the same sound I'd heard in the night. I asked a woman beside me, "What is this rite?" She turned slowly. Her pupils were wide, her mouth trembling. "The hollow must give," she whispered, "so the hollow may live." The old man pointed toward me. "The outsider will bear witness." A shiver ran through the crowd. I was pushed forward before I could protest. The effigy loomed above me. The smell of dry hay thickened my nostrils. Then, silence. The old man raised his staff. "Bring forth the chosen." 2 villagers came from the barn, dragging something or someone between them. It was the innkeeper. His wrists were bound with hemp. He did not struggle. He only wept quietly. "He broke the vow," said the elder. "He opened his door before dawn," the crowd murmured. Some turned their faces away. The innkeeper was lifted into the effigy's hollow chest. Then they sealed it with more straw. I tried to speak, to stop them, but a woman pressed her hand to my arm. "You can't interfere," she whispered. "If the land is not fed, it takes for itself." The torch was lit. The fire caught quickly in dry crackles, then a roar. The effigy burned bright against the pale sky, sparks rising like fireflies. The villagers began to chant again. And then I heard something else. Beneath the crackling, beneath the voices, a moan. Not human. A deep throbbing sound came from the earth itself. The ground beneath my feet shuddered. The air thickened. The villagers raised their arms, eyes rolled white. When it ended, they dispersed silently, leaving only ash and smoke. That night I couldn't sleep. I wrote frantic notes by candlelight, trying to make sense of it. The chant, the ritual, the way the earth had moved. Just before dawn, there was another knock at my door. 3 raps. "Who's there?" I called. Silence. I opened the door. A small bundle lay on the floor. Inside it, a sprig of wheat, a piece of blackthorn, and a note written in a trembling hand. "Witness becomes warden. Blessed be the soil." I left Bracken Hollow at first light, not daring to look back. For years I tried to find the place again. I scoured every map, every parish record, but Bracken Hollow did not exist. And yet, every harvest, when the fields near my home turn gold and the air grows still, I feel the earth shift beneath my feet. I hear the hum. Sometimes, when I wake before dawn, I find 3 raps at my door. Last night, there was a bundle on my step, a sprig of wheat, a piece of blackthorn, and a single line written in soot. The soil remembers its witness. I think, no, I know they've found me again. I can hear them now, outside, humming. And